Okay folks, we've got a question for you here. When you've got a ride planned, do you instinctively head out of the door into the fresh air of the great outdoors? Well, surely the answer has got to be yes. Now don't get me wrong, obviously there's many positives to riding indoors, as I'm sure Heather's going to remind us today, but come on, riding outdoors is how it's meant to be done, and today I'm going to be explaining why.
Yes, Mark, I hear where you're coming from and I do understand. However, indoor training has a huge amount of benefits, of which I am going to convince you of today. So by the end of this video, you guys watching can decide whether you prefer riding outdoors or joining me and riding indoors.
Right, so what are these reasons for heading outdoors and out onto the open roads, I hear you say? Well, for starters, and probably my clear favourite, has to be the environment. Once you're out onto the quiet lanes, the country roads, nothing beats that relaxing feeling, being able to enjoy the scenery, breathe in the fresh air, and maybe if you're lucky, have the sun beating down on your back. Surely that has to beat staring at a wall within your garage or your living room. Now with the outdoors, not only is the view constantly changing, as is the terrain, providing a good source of natural training, but also helping to keep you alert and helps to pass the time more quickly. But then of course, we've also got the social aspect of riding outdoors. You can meet up with a friend or two, you can catch up, perhaps even join in on a larger group ride, maybe a club ride, and you can explore the area and some new routes. And then, in my opinion, probably the best bit of riding outdoors, the cafe stop. And you can't deny this one, Heather. I know you love to stop for a good coffee and cake.
Okay, Mark, you do know me too well. However, that can end up making a ride rather long. And when you're short for time, an indoor ride is perfect. Sometimes if you've only got 45 to 60 minutes, you can still get a really decent benefit from training indoors. And that amount of time outdoors often just doesn't feel like it's worth the effort of getting kitted up. And Mark, you did mention the beauty of riding outside in the countryside, but not all of us have that on our doorstep. If you've got to battle through traffic and stoplights at the start and the beginning of your ride, it becomes a little less motivating and also takes up quite a lot of time, whereas you can simply jump on your bike at home and you're good to go. And you might be worried about location of where you can have your indoor bike set up. Well, you don't need very much space, literally the size of your bike and enough room for your shoulders, and it can be anywhere, out in your shed, in your garage, a basement, maybe a spare room, could even be in your bathroom or your kitchen. I mean, we've all seen Mark working out in his kitchen. If you do have a space that can be designated, that is ideal, because then you can leave your bike set up and you really have no excuses, you can just jump on and get going. Maybe you are missing the social element of riding outdoors. Well, you can still bring that inside as well. You could simply go on Zwift with a few friends. You could even use your imagination, make up your own session and get friends to join you on, say, a Zoom call, or maybe just pop down to your gym and join a spin class.
Okay, Heather, all very good points, but what about the training benefits of riding outside? Because I have got a few for you. Firstly, for those longer rides, particularly those that don't have any efforts or anything to focus on, and if you're aiming to do a longer distance event, maybe a 70.3 or an Ironman, these are going to form the backbone of your training, as you need to spend more time in the saddle. So if you've got anything in your training plan, maybe over a couple of hours, and as I say, without any efforts in, then I would seriously urge you head outdoors to save you from the boredom of just staring at the wall. And let's not forget your bike handling and skills. You can't practice that on an indoor train. And when it comes to a race, you need to be able to brake, you need to be able to corner, you need to be able to descend, all of which has to be practiced outside. And then of course, you've even got the smaller things like your balance and your core stability. If you're not riding outside, then when it comes to a race, you might find yourself fighting your bike and wasting energy, particularly if you're using the aero bars, just the small things like the road surface or a little bit of crosswind, and you might find yourself spending more time trying to get comfortable than actually racing hard.
I do hear you on that one, but what happens if you have a structured workout that you need to stick to. Maybe you've got to hold a constant power or a constant heart rate. When it comes to riding outdoors, that can be really tricky as you're going up or downhill, you have traffic in the way. You know what it's like. When you're riding indoors, you can simply focus on those numbers in front of you and hold that effort exactly, getting at what you want from that session. And then on top of that, you've got the dependability of riding indoors. You know the environment. You're not going to get put off by it being really cold and wet like it is heading into our winter here in the UK. Or maybe you live somewhere that it's just too hot to ride outside. Riding indoors, you can pretty much control your environment. Okay, I'm on a roll here. Another benefit of riding indoors, you're not risking your equipment. You're not going to have any potholes that you could damage your wheel on, and you're unlikely to get a puncture or mechanical. And then it comes to the cleaning. I really dislike having to clean my bike from all the mud and the grease at the end of an outdoor ride. On top of that, you've got a huge amount of layers you've got to stick in the washing machine. Indoor riding, you might need to give your bike a wipe and stick your sweaty towel in the wash, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, sure, but let's not forget, one of the beauties of outdoor riding is the simplicity of it. Whether you've got a road bike, a mountain bike or a TT bike, that's all you need. Jump on your bike and get going. There's no need to faff with gear, getting it set up, making sure it's connected, it's calibrated right, so on and so forth. And then also, you've got the expense of a turbo trainer subscription, making sure you have a computer available to run it all through. It can all start to add up.
I think that was a pretty comprehensive debate, and we've given you both sides of that argument in detail. It's up to you guys to go away and decide. That said, I know I've been on the indoor battle here, but I would say a combination of both is the perfect recipe. If you can go outside when the weather's nice or you've got an easy session, perfect. If you've got something more structured or it's horrible outside, go indoors if you've got that luxury. Let us know which you guys prefer. Do that in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed it, do give us a like. You can follow us on social media and you can also subscribe here on YouTube.